Hello members, today we are going to look at how to do literature search on Google Scholar. As an example, how to download the citations, save them in the libraries, and later export them for use in a reference manager. And as well downloading a sample document from there for those which can be downloaded freely. So let's go into our Firefox. I'm using Firefox. You can be using Safari on a Mac. You can be using Google Chrome. I'm using this. So I'm just going to type Google Scholar. It comes there and then I click here and then it brings this interface and I'll make sure that articles is selected. So now I'm going to type, I want to look at climate change and adaptation among smallholder farmers. So I can say climate change and adaptation. It will always suggest some few things, but I'm interested in something adaptation among smallholder farmers. I'm not specifying whether Uganda, whether Kenya, or what, and I press enter. So it brings some of these, and they are saying, showing just best the results of this search. And if at all I'm interested in others, I can click see all the results, and that's what I'm going to do. So it brings all these things, but I'm just interested in those which are within a certain time range. So I will click here on custom range, and I want to start from 2015 to 2025, the last 10 years, and I click search. So now it reduces to about these results. So I'm interested in creating a certain label within my library so that I can store their information regarding these papers. So I'll click on a paper I'm interested in. These are just these, and I'm going to look for a paper that I'm interested in. Let me go to the next page. I selected some. Let me just pick, for example, this one. Yes, sir. Yes, when I click this one, it asks me, do you want to create a new label? So I will create a new label and call it climate change adaptation. And I click done. So now I can add more. And I select it. Since I have created a label, I can just click and add here. I click on this. I add as many as possible. So I'll go back a bit and add some. Though they had already put them in the sample, I can add them here. I have a particular interest in this paper. Then I can add another one. I can add another one. You can actually change those which you had already added to a certain place to another place. So adding here, I'm adding, this one is already added, so I can click done, can add another one, this, and assuming that is all I need. So now, after I have added them, I can click here to see all those that I have added. And you remember my label climate change adaptation. So I will look for all those ones that are under climate change adaptation. And you can see there are those which are sample something. So I will only now, if I want to select, I will click here so that I have only access to those which are added to my sample, to my climate change adaptation. So when I have them, I can click here and select here. Now I'm going to use EndNote later. So I click on EndNote and then I have them downloaded. So when I click here, I have citations downloaded. So I will just call them climate change citations, like this. And that is all for downloading this to be used later in EndNote. And then I may be also having an interest in using a certain specific document. So, for example, you can download a paper like this or like that, and then you use it later. So that is how you can get the citations of the papers you are interested in to use in a reference manager later.